With sugar and spice and a roll of the dice, you're listening to The Dice Girls.
The three of you are kind of like rooting around the rest of his wagon to see if there's anything that you might have missed. And kind of almost like all at the same time, you kind of zone in on this small chest that is stashed below his desk. And the key is already inside of the lock of the chest, as if like he keeps it there basically. It looks kind of like it's curved like it's basically kind of like a brass horn almost. It doesn't look completely finished. It looks like a lot has gone into it, and it just gives off a good hefty dose of magic aura.
Ooh.
Oh, this might be it.
Yeah. Let's not test it out right at this moment.
Let's take it outside and blow in it and see what it does. So we have to be prepared.
I mean, we do have to know what it does before we take it into battle.
Probably. I mean, we also could not know what it does when we take it into battle.
Right.
I'm just the last instrument that I blew into from Hector's wagon summoned 72 seagulls, and this one's a little bit bigger.
Yeah. Are we gonna get like 72 giant crabs or something?
No. Yeah, we should wait. I feel like even though it's really tempting.
Yes, yeah, I agree.
It's really tempting, but
I agree.
But we're in the middle of Wolf Pine.
I agree. And Triggus runs out and grabs the horn and runs outside.
Triggus, I'm gonna need you to roll me.
A Rhakna passing.
Yeah. Kai's gonna go for the tackle.
So then I feel like we should make this an acrobatics maybe contest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Although I don't know how to do it a three-way contest.
Maybe they do their contest first, and if he succeeds, then I'll go for the tackle and we do our contest.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So Triggus, I love this scene. Just picturing Triggus making a mad dive for this horn, and Rhakna attempting. What does Rhakna do to attempt to stop Triggus?
I was actually wondering if this could be a strength check. And here's my logic.
I'm listening.
We have in front of us a box with a shiny thing in it.
A very shiny thing.
And I think everybody in this wagon currently knows that Triggus is gonna make an attempt. Now, I'm not necessarily trying to argue that my current love for shiny things is more than Triggus's love for shiny things / chaos / doing something that we told him not to / musical instruments.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
/ curiosity. But I do think that Rhakna would be prepared, and she would want to. She would just take a step and put her arm out in front of him, to stop him.
Pretty much all it would take.
Yeah.
Clothesline. Are you clotheslining?
Not in the more aimed for the torso than the neck.
Got it.
Can your hand reach that low?
Yes. It's not like
yes. Well, and actually, now I think about it, it's under his desk, so she'd have to go real low, and she might get him in the face if he's diving.
Right.
If he's diving for it.
Wrong, yeah.
You know.
I'm okay with allowing Rhakna to use athletics. Which skill would you like to use in this attempt, Triggus?
Let's see. I would like to use survival. I have a lot in survival.
I thought it was just a skill called survival. I was like, oh, you might need that.
There is one.
There is, yeah.
That might come in handy later.
The negative one in survival.
Oh, can I?
No.
Oh, this is hard to read.
Oh, I do too.
That's because we have the same wisdom.
I didn't know you had low wisdom too.
Yeah, we both have -1.
Oh, no. How have we made it this far?
How is Triggus the highest wisdom in your group?
See, I have really high intelligence, just low wisdom.
Fair.
No, I'm low in both.
Can somebody help me give me an idea of what I'm supposed to be doing?
I mean, you could just say that you're like...
you're gonna do acrobatics because you
Okay.
have you want the number you have the best
Highest.
in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, sorry.
Got it. It's only been 3 years.
So everybody roll for acrobatics, Triggus,
Okay.
roll for athletics, Rhakna.
Okay. All right.
Come on, I want this horn. No! Yes! Yes! Oh, a 4.
Doesn't matter.
Oh my
Doesn't
gosh.
matter. Nat
8
1.
altogether.
I got 8 altogether.
Nat 1.
Yes. Come on, Kai.
Hey, hang on though.
Okay.
Rhakna's gotta take some damage.
Yeah, what-
So-
I gotta see what happens here. How's Rhakna envisioning this crit failure?
So the way I see it, I move, I take a step forward, I put my arm out to try and stop him. And I think, stop me if I'm wrong, but I think what Triggus does is instead of being stopped by my arm being out in front of him, he grabs my arm and, like a gymnast, twirls. Or what do you call that when you go all the way around? A total 360. And like swings off my arm to go towards the. So I just completely do not stop you at all. You just very gracefully swing past
usual,
me.
right?
Nice. Me, I love that. That's totally gonna happen. The other thing that happens is when you put your hand out, you kind of misjudged a little bit where you were going, and I think maybe you whacked something,
Like the wall.
Oh,
and you take 1 damage.
ouch.
So Triggus has gotten past Rhakna with his acrobatics. What is Kai doing to attempt to stop Triggus?
Kai's going for the tackle. She's like, once Triggus like lands the dismount and like sticks it, she's already like, she's in the air.
So, Kai, would you prefer this tackle to be like athletics, acrobatics, strength?
I think acrobatics because
Okay.
I don't have much in any of them.
Fair. All right. Go ahead.
Okay. Do I tell you?
Yes.
Oh.
What are you trying to do to get past Kai's tackle?
Well, I kind of out of the corner of my eye see her coming for me, so I do this tuck and roll and just start rolling to try to get away from her.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
Oh no!
6, 7, 8, 9.
5, 6.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the cord stopped my die.
Well, see, then you could say that about Ashley's
Yeah, my
failure
crit
because
fail
it
landed,
went.
yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
All right. So Kai tackles Triggus. Oh man. Yeah, you don't quite get to the brass horn because Kai has tackled you, and the horn is safe.
So Triggus takes out his wand and
No,
points it at
I'm
Kai.
still on top of you. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm still on top of you. Lock it.
Yeah. Rhakna steps over. Rhakna steps over the mess of Kai and Triggus on the ground, and the key is shiny, so she locks it and takes the key and admires it.
Yes.
But also holds it up really high where Triggus can't reach.
Totally fair.
But she's looking at it.
And once the key has been removed from the lock, then Kai will get up and
Yeah.
not yet, Triggus.
At the campfire.
Maybe not at the campfire. Maybe when we're a couple miles outside of town, we can.
Okay.
When there's nobody around, we'll try it.
Okay. And
In a controlled environment.
Triggus holds out his pinky. I want pinky promise.
Okay, fine. Triggus, pinky promise.
Okay. Pinky promise, Rhakna, because you're the one with the key.
I wasn't involved, but I'll pinky promise. Well, that was close.
So yeah, the horn is safe.
Is the chest small enough that I can like put it in my bag or anything?
Yeah, I bet you could.
Should I be the one to carry this? We know my history with keeping things safe. I can laugh about it now because it's less bad now than it was about 80 episodes ago.
I'm pretty sure it's a bad idea to have the key and the chest together. I think I should hold both of them.
You just
How about-
said
How about I take the chest and then Rhakna can have the key?
yes. Perfect. That's the safest thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So you get shiny. And
I
then
get shiny.
I'll take the chest.
Yes. Yeah, shiny in the chest. Can't see it. Don't want it.
Right.
Is this worn off yet?
I like
It's only for a minute.
It wears off right now.
or there's like a little residual.
Yeah.
I still appreciate shiny
You
things.
do.
Just I already did, but now it's front in my mind.
Yes.
Yes.
Also, Kai, after about 10 minutes, your inspiration from your toe socks went away. You do not feel the inspiration from it anymore.
Okay.
None of the rest of us know this, I
No.
guess. So we can't ask you to wiggle your toes.
No.
Okay.
And you're not going to tell us either.
That's beautiful. So after a few more minutes, Roke kind of like pokes his head in and says, "Hey, do you mind if I look around in here for a minute?" Like,
Oh, yeah,
yes.
sure. Come on in.
Geez.
I'm just been super curious out here.
You'll probably
like,
get way more out of this than we will.
Yeah.
So Roke kind of like steps in and his eyes get so big and he looks like a kid in a candy shop. Like everything in here, he doesn't know where to start. He goes around from like item to item to item like, oh my God, what is this? This is brilliant. I haven't seen this kind of magic before. How did he even build this? And like really just like, he's in rogue heaven. He loves it. And he kind of just looks around at everything and says, your friend was brilliant.
Oh. Can you show him the horn?
Yeah. Could you give us an idea of maybe what you think this might do?
Oh, yeah.
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 Sure.
I take out the chest and do you want to unlock it?
Yes. I push Triggus away and I unlock the chest.
And then I turn my back to Triggus and just point the chest at Rogue.
Fun stoppers, man.
That is beautiful. So you open the chest and Roke kind of like, at first he kind of like almost seems to shrug it off as like, oh, that's what it is. And then you see him stop and like take kind of a closer look at it. And he's like, he leans in real close to the chest and he kind of like, he reaches out just real quick. He touches it and he like pulls his hand back almost as if he's a little afraid. And he says, there's no way. You can't. This has got to be a knockoff. This can't be the real thing. This is what? And he starts walking back and forth a little bit like, how? And he's kind of just muttering to himself and he's like, he catches himself and it's like, I'm so sorry. So this thing is really, really powerful.
I shut it immediately.
I lock it as fast as I can.
I have no idea how Hector got his hands on this. This is the horn of Baruso. This is an item of legend. This thing has been missing for centuries. I don't know if you understand the full scope of what you have here.
We
do
definitely don't.
No.
Before Baruso was put in charge of the Purg, he was a terrible warmonger. And this horn was his biggest instrument of destruction.
Oh my god.
We leave out the part where we were inches away
from like leveling wolf pine.
probably. Do you know what it does exactly?
I don't know if anybody knows exactly what this thing does. All I've ever heard about these legends of this, I didn't even know this thing really existed. Like, that's where we are. All I know is that any time Baruso brought out this horn and used it in battle, chaos happened. And he won. Every time. This horn, if it's the real thing, it's clearly been broken. I don't even know how or if it would work anymore. It looks like Hector was attempting to restore it, maybe? Or I don't know if he was trying to... I don't know how he would even know what it was.
Can you fix it? Because we need it.
His eyes kind of get bigger even still, and you're not sure how. And he says, I could try to modify it or the thing is it's hard to know what it does, and it's scary to try and figure out what it does, because what do you do besides use it?
Yeah, let's use it.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying at all. Let's not do that. Especially because it's broken. Broken magic artifacts are like don't. The first rule of artificing?
Artifacting?
I think it's artificing.
Artificing? Yeah. Artificing. Artificing.
The first rule of being an artificer. Artificer? What am I? Why does that sound so wrong no matter how I say it? The first rule of artifact magic.
There you go.
You never mess with broken artifacts.
No. Who would do that?
Yeah, artificing, I guess.
Yeah. It sounded weird to me.
Artifacting?
Artifacting is a word?
I think that's making it. I don't know.
Like the person who makes it is like an artificer.
Artificer?
Yeah. So artificing.
I keep wanting to say artificer.
I know.
But it's
but
like,
that doesn't sound right either.
No, that's an artificer in the sea.
That's Triggus.
Yes. In any case, I could try to learn more about it. Oh man, this project is gonna take me a little bit of time though.
Maybe when we're on the boat to the Purg.
Yeah, we have to go to see Ron.
Yeah, I mean, and maybe Rom would know something too.
Oh, they're friends.
Yeah.
They wrote letters to each other.
Yeah, Rom might know a little more about it.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, we should all go as a group. And
Yeah, we have a wagon now.
Yeah.
We do have a wagon.
Right.
And 3 horses now.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow.
You're moving on up.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, we should probably plan our next steps anyways.
Maybe around a campfire.
Maybe around a campfire.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's do that now. We knew it was getting evening, right?
Yes.
So yeah, it's probably a good time to build a campfire.
Yeah. So the 3 of you build a campfire. Well, not the 3 of you, all of you. There's 5 of you. Shael and Roke are here as well. You build a beautiful campfire. As you're sitting around the campfire, Kai...
I'm sorry, wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
Where are all the horses right now?
That's a good question. Where do you want the horses to be?
Bastion was with us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other 2 horses are probably with us already?
Yes, because... Where did the other...
We left them at the inn, but I don't know if we went without them.
We're
Oh.
just like right outside
You're outside of the temple.
the temple. Okay.
We're just building a campfire in the middle of the road outside the campfire.
Okay, so let's grab our horses and like find a nice spot.
Yeah, yeah.
Like maybe a little outside of town.
Yeah. I forgot.
So we're not just camping in the middle, like right on Main Street. Yeah.
Yeah. Your new friend Florence comes out. What you doing?
Oh, s'mores.
Oh my gosh. Yes, that sounds better. So your horses are with you. Bastion is with you. You've gone a little ways out of town. I'm assuming. Where are you going?
I don't know. I guess we're just kind of anywhere, really,
Yeah,
right?
just, like, we're not going super far. Just maybe like
just so we're not in the way.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Still
So
close.
hanging around Wolf Pine.
Like we could probably see Wolf Pine still from where we're at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Totally fair. Yeah. And as you're sitting around the campfire, your horses are all there. Everyone's there. Kai, you just feel like you're all sitting around a campfire. It would be like a really good time to tell a story.
He's still wearing that ring.
it's in my pocket.
Oh, you're not wearing it?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind then.
But I feel like because I once the fire's made, I take it out and I put it on.
Yeah, you want to know what it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel like it's a good time for a story.
I feel like it's a good time for a story.
It's always a good time for a story.
Yeah. But like I don't know what kind of story.
About probably, I don't know, Triggus? about our friendship? About how it's a great time to blow the horn?
Maybe you could tell us a story about something we don't know about you.
Yeah.
That's what maybe
What about your mysterious past?
I was gonna say. Maybe it's a good time to actually tell you.
Is this gonna be about the ghost guy? Because I
Yeah.
really want to know about the ghost guy.
Yeah.
Wanting to tell a story is not the same thing as like becoming a great storyteller
Or like sharing your life story
yeah.
when even though we've been friends for this long, I still haven't shared it.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, there was a little changeling girl living in a big city, and she had her mom and her dad, which was, really odd for changelings, because most changelings, grow up by themselves. It's rough out here for the changelings. But then one day, the changeling's parents died, and she was really little, and she was really scared, but she got taken in by this guy who said he could help her, and he had food and shelter, and he could teach her how to do stuff and not be helpless. So he taught her how to steal stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. And taught her how to be, sneaky, dark. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turns out, he was like the head of this operation, you could say, where he had like people under him who also stole stuff, and like it was like a coordinated effort kind of a thing. Anyways, so she grew up with him, and he tried real hard to like be her dad, you know? But then she found out that who she thought was like her father figure, he killed her parents. He had them killed.
Oh no.
Because he knew that changelings can be sneaky and they can be real useful. And then the little changeling girl, not so little anymore, found out and was upset and framed him for something that she did. He got arrested, and I guess he died in jail. And now he's a ghost coming to haunt the little changeling girl.
Wow.
There's like more details and stuff, but that's like the broad picture.
Oh, that's where all your trust issues came from.
Yeah, because I mean, he was like, I do kind of feel bad because he did genuinely want to be a family. Like, after a certain point, it wasn't just like he was using me. But I mean, he still killed my parents, so I still framed him.
Honestly, I kind of can't blame you. I mean, you know, I'm sort of a stickler for the rules sometimes. But I probably would have done something pretty drastic in that situation too.
See, okay, so like I didn't like plan on framing. Okay, so what happened was I was stealing this thing from these important people, and I got caught, and I panicked, and I changed into his form, and I ran back to our hideout, and then I changed into somebody else and slipped out the back, and then while the guards like surrounded the place and arrested him, and yeah.
Oh.
So like it wasn't like premeditated. It was just like a snap decision that I made. Which, I mean, I didn't regret it until he stole the blue gemstone. And now I do kind of regret it, but just because he took the gemstone.
Well, it sounds like he deserved to be in jail anyways. You know, you just kind of helped.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So that's my big, deep, dark secret, and I'm going to take this ring off now.
Nice.
Wow, thanks for sharing.
Uh-huh.
And Triggus is just crying. Your parents were killed.
Yeah.
I'm so sad.
I was little.
Ah, because your mother must have been an amazing woman.
You know, I don't remember a whole lot about her.
She was amazing, trust me. So Triggus finds the security blanket from wherever it was and puts it around Kai.
That's adorable.
Thanks, Triggus.
You feel comforted.
I do. And I light the candle that smells like oatmeal raisin cookies.
Everybody smells cookies.
Do you want to wear my tiny hat? Would that make you feel better?
I think I'm good like this. This is
okay.
This is good. Maybe some dinner.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Candle's making me hungry.
Broken shell who just met me. No. My past that I've hidden for 3 years.
But where did the ghost go with the blue gemstone? He dropped it.
No,
right?
he took it to he went to the Purg. But I don't remember how we found out. Do our characters know he went to the Purg, or do just I know that he went to the Purg?
I think your characters know that he went to the Purg.
Yeah, I think Wolfric
might have told you guys.
said like blue gemstone at Purg.
Yeah.
Okay.
Need help, and then that's when Sadie and Taru went to go
Yeah.
to the Purg.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
All right. Anybody else have any stories they want to share?
I've got a handy dandy little ring.
It'll make you feel real talkative.
Yeah, Rhakna, you haven't told a story. Can Rhakna wear the ring?
Yeah, here you go, Rhakna.
Rhakna does not put on the ring. I don't really have. I mean, you guys kind of know already. Unless you want to hear some
Yes.
some sad playground stories about being left out and picked on.
Oh, you poor people.
What about Roke and Shael? I bet one of you have a great story you could tell.
Shael, what's the biggest animal you've ever seen?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Shael kind of says, I don't need the ring for that. So when I was a little girl, my parents and I used to travel all over, and we've seen so much of this beautiful, beautiful Averin. And on one of our trips, we actually saw this big, huge elephant. And there's not very many of those guys, And his trunk was super long, and he saw us, and he trumpeted it up in the air and made a big old loud elephant noise. And I was real little, and I was scared, and I ran, and I hid behind my dad's legs. But I loved that elephant so much. He was so cool. That was the biggest animal I've ever seen.
Wow, that's great.
Where is he? Can we ride him?
I don't know where he is.
I don't know how you'd get on top, Triggus.
Rhakna could just kind of hoist me up there.
Yeah, launch you probably.
Yeah.
Well, we'd have to find one first. But if and when we do, I'll throw you up there.
Okay. Okay. So, can I try the ring? Can I try?
I don't think you need it, but absolutely. Go ahead, Triggus.
Maybe it will give me super storytelling power. So Triggus puts the ring on.
You feel like you have just thought of the greatest story.
I just thought of the greatest story.
Okay.
Once upon a time,
Oh, God.
there were 5 friends. Gathered around a campfire. And one of the friends told a really sad story about her dad, who wasn't really her dad, but she killed him in jail. And then there was a man who became a ghost that killed her parents. And she became angry, and she went to the nearest town, and she lit it on fire.
Is this how you see me, Triggus?
Oh my God, the world's first game of telephone.
But it was okay because nobody was home and the town was full of termites and they were going to destroy it anyway. And the 5 friends were really surprised at this story because Kai, wow. And then
So Kai was also surprised at the story. The 5 friends. You were surprised at the story too.
yes. And then there was one of the friends told another really sad story about how she was beaten up on the playground. And people would tie her up to the tree on the playground and throw rocks at her. And that's how she got the name Rhakna.
That's so sad.
didn't know that, Rhakna.
It was just no.
Oh my god.
But even my dad calls me Rhakna.
He calls her Rocky. That's even worse.
Not how I got my name. But the rest shrug. The rest is not too far off from the truth.
Aww, that's so sad.
Oh, they didn't tie me up.
They didn't?
No, but they did throw rocks at me. Yeah. Well, I take that back. They did tie me up, but not the time they threw rocks at me.
Aww.
No. Yeah.
Poor thing. And then Triggus takes the security blanket off the side and gives it to Rhakna.
Aw. It works.
Okay.
So next steps?
Next steps. Yes. That's what we planned on
Unless
discussing.
Triggus had more story to get through.
We'll save it.
Okay.
We'll save it for because this is really a downer.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Oh my goodness.
So plans. I think we need to go talk to Rom. We need to drop Bastion off anyways, assuming he wants to go to Rom. Should we ask him now or should we wait?
Let's ask him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I talked to Pluto and Andromedus. Would you mind giving Bastion's general consensus about staying with Rom while we go off to our very dangerously, possibly world-ending mission?
Pluto's response is, "Are we going on this mission?"
That's also another thing. I personally would feel better if you were not on the dangerous possibly world-ending mission. So if, we're gonna go talk to Rom, so we were thinking about leaving you and Bastion there.
With the little grin at the end. Pluto kind of nods, and he and Andromedus go off to talk to Bastion. Probably about 10 to 15 minutes later, basically, they have a long discussion about it. Pluto and Andromedus come back and they say Bastion would feel safer with Rom. Andromedus and I aren't sure.
If you want to come,
we like you guys and we want to be helpful to you.
I'm just constantly worried about your well-being.
We don't want to cause any stress.
No, it's because it's the purg, and
maybe we'll stay with Bastion and help him get settled in Narstad.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea.
How will you guys get around?
Eventually, when we get to the purg, we'll meet up with our other friends who have our staff of teleportation.
Okay. Okay. We're in.
Cool.
Whatever your guys' plan is, if it's to leave us there, we're in.
Okay. The horses are fine with whatever we decide.
Oh, they're coming with us. That's great.
I'm sorry, back up. Pluto and Andromedus are okay with coming with us.
Yes.
The same Pluto and Andromedus that were hesitant to come with us previously.
Yes.
Now are okay with joining us on a world-ending mission.
Well, Roke scooped up all his scary animals into a little box, so.
Well, yeah, but I'm thinking way back. Way back when we first had to borrow them from Rom actually the second time I think we had to borrow them from Rom because I think they had a bad experience.
They would,
And then they were hesitant to come with us after that. But they eventually agreed. I think Rom felt similarly.
Yeah, we also have to talk with Rom about bringing them on a potential new world-ending mission.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
They are his horses.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Well, Rhakna's a little honored by this and like pats both of them and says thank you. Thank you, I didn't know you liked us. And just hopes that they understand. Or I guess we know that they can understand Common, I think, right?
They understand Elvish. They
Oh,
understand
that's
a
right.
little bit of Common, I think.
Okay.
They probably can pick up
here and there,
a
I'm
couple
sure.
words, but
Yeah.
Not functionally.
Yeah.
They can't speak Common.
Yeah.
Okay, well, she just does it anyway.
Yeah. It's a nuzzle.
They understand the
Appreciate it.
gesture.
They get it, yeah.
-1 wisdom and intelligence.
You get it. They love it.
Well, okay. Yeah, we should really talk to Rom first.
Yeah.
They, well, I didn't hear this, but they did bring up a good point. Getting around, if we go back to
Narstad.
If we go back to Narstad, thank you.
Yeah.
If we go back to Narstad, then we have to go all the way over to the coast to get on the boat. And I guess I have the map. How far is that?
Yeah.
Basically, however it kind of spins out, you do have some travel coming up in your future.
Okay.
It's pretty far.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll just have to make do, I guess. We have a wagon, I guess. So we'll figure it out. Maybe Rom will have some ideas. Or maybe somebody else in Narstad will have some ideas.
Yeah.
Or they could help us travel a little faster.
Yeah.
Since we don't have a really convenient teleportation staff anymore.
I guess this is a good time to ask Roke and Shale if you want to come with us to talk to Rom, or if you wanted to head out early, or whatever you guys are thinking.
Shale says, "Can I come with you guys?
Yes.
Do you mind?"
No.
Not at all.
Is that, and she kind of looks at Roke to is that okay? And you can sense that they've kind of been talking about it, throughout the day. You guys have been, in the wagon and doing things. And Roke, he nods along with Shale and says, "Yeah, if you don't mind, I think I'll tag along too, just so I can kind of start figuring out what's going on with your horn here. So yeah, I think we're going to Narstad."
All right.
Cool.
Well, let's leave first thing in the morning, I guess.
Yeah.